Hey, what's going on? My name is Dario D Juice. This is the D and Juice YouTube channel or podcast, I'll say. So basically, I very much run this YouTube channel with my wife, but she hardly ever comes on here. So it's really it's just me running this channel by myself, really. But I want to talk about something, and I've spoken about this many times before. I'm just trying to fix something here. Excuse me. But I spoke about this plenty of times before. Let me make this straight. There you go. Right now we're getting straight. So I spoke about this individual. His name is Umar Johnson, and I also speak about this woman. They're both content creators. She goes by the name of Just Pearly Things, and I want to get into this topic, but before we start, in no shape or form am I here to bash people or to insult them. So if I do come across as doing that, I do apologize. But this is just me going to rant real quick. So again, I do apologize if I'm here belittling anyone. I'm sorry. But so you probably know who Just Pearly Things is. Just Pearly Things is, excuse me. She's a big YouTuber right now. She is, to me, the new Kevin Samuels, right? She is probably one of the hottest figures in the manosphere on YouTube. Like, she's a big deal. She's pretty much on the same level as Kevin Samuels. He's like a celebrity now. And that's what she is to me too. But that's who she is. She's really successful in talking about the same talking points as Kevin Samuels. So she became a big figure because not only from her content, but the fact of her being a Caucasian woman speaking about, black people issues or black men issues, black people, whatever. She gets even more, I guess, what's the term? She's even more popular because of that alone. She's a so-called white woman speaking about black people's problems as if she knows about these problems because she's not a black person. It's like, how would you know what they're going through? Like, how do you know about this information and why do you even care? Right. So that's the amount of flack she gets from people, or smoke she gets from people because of her appearance. Right. Cool, whatever. I don't really agree with it, to be honest with you. I'm not here to choose sides, but my thing is this. A lot of people are just, to me, I think a lot of people are just, or when I say people, I mean a lot of so-called black people, really a lot of black content creators on YouTube or just social media, in general. A lot of so-called black content creators are, to me, like, they have a problem with Just Pearly Things, not because of her content, but because she's a white woman talking about black people. Basically, she's exploiting black people with her content, right? She's profiting over exploiting black people. And a lot of black content creators have a problem with that because it's like, well, this is not your lane because you're a white woman. Like, it's almost like, it's like saying, quiet, you don't know anything, you're not one of us, kind of thing, right? That's what I take away from all this going on, because that's exactly how I see it. A lot of people are just not being honest with themselves by just saying, listen, I'm just envious of your success, Just Pearly Things, because you're not a black person, but a Caucasian person. And you have all this fame and you're making money and you're popular. You have all the views and likes. People are following you. It's you having all this success and not me, the so-called black person who may be talking about the same talking points as her, but you're not even making a third of what she's making from her content. Hope that makes sense, right? That's, to me, what I take away from what's going on right now, because that's really what's being painted in front of my face. A bunch of jealous and envious black people, straight up. So with that said, me seeing all this makes me look like, not that I care, but it makes me look like what they will call, I guess, I don't want to say coon, right? Not a coon, but maybe like, I guess, choosing sides, right? By me somewhat supporting what Just Pearly Things is doing, because I do like her content. I enjoy her content, right? By me saying this, it makes me look like I'm a traitor. Like I'm I'm choosing sides with a white woman and not my black people, right? That makes me seem like a traitor, especially to the eyes of people like Umar Johnson. Now, why did I bring him up? Well, Umar Johnson, to me, right, his content is basically scamming people of their money. right? That's what I take away from his content. When I see it, I very much immediately think you're trying to get money out of me by saying this stuff to me as a so-called black man. Because Umar Johnson's message or argument is always about being pro-black. And he's entitled to his belief. Of course, he's an adult. He could do that. But he believes, like, black people, he believes we should keep it in the family. A black man should marry a black woman and make a so-called black family. That's his opinion. That's what he believes in. And that's great. I think that's beautiful, right? That's awesome. But at the same time, Umar Johnson is always asking for money. Everything he's doing, he needs money in return. So my thing is this: you're saying all this stuff to basically, make me want to accept your message because I might think the same way. So when I'm on social media looking for this information, when I'm searching for it, I may come across Umar Johnson's content. And because I'm looking for this type of information, he's preaching that to me, and he preaches it so well to the point where I believe his message resonates with me. So I'm going to give him money in return because he's asking for donations. He has a school, a so-called school that he's designing for little black boys, which is beautiful. I love that. Great idea, right? I'm not bashing that. That's awesome, right? But at the same time, this school hasn't been built in like 10 years. It doesn't take that long to build a school. It does not take that long to build a school. It just doesn't. So my thing is, how much money has he raised from asking for donations? How much have that money been, being invested in this school? Because it's been 10 plus years. The school is still not, I think he has a building now. Finally, he actually has a brick and mortar, but it's still not in operation. And he's still asking for money. So my thing is, if he's such a great figure in the black community, how come no celebrities want to help him? How come the T.I.s and the Jay-Z's and the Beyoncé's, no one's giving him money to help this become a reality? And do you know why they're not giving him money? Do you know why successful, rich, so-called black people are not supporting Umar? Because they know for a fact, just like me, they're smart just like me. Yes, they know he's a scam artist. They know he's a clown. They know he's just full of crap. It's just a bunch of talk. They know this guy. Again, I'm not here to belittle or bash anyone, but I very much believe no one wants to support Umar because they don't believe in his message. They think he's trying to scam them out of their money by saying this stuff. It really does. I screamed that so well. So my thing is, where is the money going towards? Has the money ever been reported to the IRS? I mean, there was a time where he received a letter from the government, the U.S. government, to stop doing this. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but it was some kind of seized type of letter. I hope I'm making sense, right? I hope I'm making sense. But this letter was to ask him to stop asking for money because where's the money going towards? How much money have you raised? Does anyone know how much money Umar raised for asking for donations? Can anyone leave a comment down below and just tell me exactly how much has he raised so far? What the donations he's been asking for? Nobody knows. So where is the money? Only us. Trying to chill. To ask for that much in donations, I think it's responsible to let your supporters know exactly what the money is being used towards. You have to disclose that. Like, that's like mandatory. You have to let people know exactly where is this money going. Because in my eyes, it means it's going right in your pockets. Because I don't know where the money's going. So what do you want me to think? You know what I'm trying to say? It's scammy. He never gives a report, no type of documentation on where is this money going. But he's still asking for money today, literally. A couple of days ago, he was asking for money for a broken window at his school. Somebody broke the window. Sir, where is your insurance? Don't you have insurance on the building? Let them fix that. Why are you asking? Not us. I'm not part of it. But why are you asking people for money? Why are you asking people to cash app you money? How come there's no insurance on the building? You should. I mean, it's always something with Umar. But again, I'm out of topic a little bit, right? I'm a little off topic. By me saying stuff about just Pearly Things makes me look like I'm choosing sides, and I'm really not. I love good content. I support people who are great at what they do. If they have a talent, I support it. That's just, it is what it is. Regardless of what you look like, regardless of your race, your ethnicity. I don't care. I just do not care about that kind of stuff, right? I just love good material and good content that's valuable and that something I could benefit from, right? And that's content that I think people like Anton Daniels and just Pearly Things and even Kevin Samuels, they put out good content, stuff that I very much could consume and, just benefit from. That's freaking awesome, right? And guess what? I don't have to spend a dime. I don't have to spend any money with these people to receive the information they're giving me. But Umar wants money all the time. Something's broken. Like, what if he broke the window, right? What if he broke the window at that school? What if he took a rock and threw it and now he's asking for money? And there's no telling how much money he may raise from that one window. It may be above how much that window is going to be, how much repairs, it will cost. He may get beyond that amount and have extra money and don't tell you where that extra money is going toward. You see what I mean? It comes out so scammy. And this is why a lot of people do not want to support this clown, because to me, he is a clown. But anyway, that's just my opinion. But yeah, Just Pearly Things is doing great. And a lot of people really can't stand the fact that she's she's just winning. And she's just this white woman making all this money. And she's getting all these likes and views and, followers and subscribers. And because it's not a black person getting all this, hype, people dislike that. People have a huge problem with that. Not Umar, but I'm talking about Umar because I know in the eyes of this guy, because he's a big deal too. He's very popular. He's in the Breakfast Club. He's a celebrity. He is. So in the eyes of him and his followers, I may come across as a traitor. I may come across as someone who doesn't support black people. My thing is, I don't even call myself black anymore. I think it's just dumb. I think there's no such a thing as white or black people. I think it's just some type of a way to control people's mind to believe they belong in in this specific group of people because of their skin color. No one really knows, no one can really determine who's a black person or a white person. Like what percentage of like blood or culture do you have to be, actually identified as a black person? Nobody knows. No one even does that. No one can determine that at all because it doesn't exist. It's just mind control. Once again, it controls people's reality and belief. And by you being a so-called black person and you come from slavery and all this talk, it puts you in this low state. And believe it or not, but being in a low state is a booming business because that means you're ignorant. Ignorance is a big business. It is. By you being ignorant, you don't know anything. You only go by what's told to you. Somebody told you in school or a movie you watched or your parents or your friends, somebody told you you come from slavery. And now you believe this with all your heart without any research, no critical thinking. You just took that information and that became your truth. And now you're this this miserable person, always thinking you're oppressed. Nobody likes you because you're a dark-skinned person. You come from slavery. You have nothing. This is crazy. You see what I mean? It's a low state. You should be the opposite. You should be the total opposite because you can't do that. Why? Because you don't do your own research. You go by what people tell you. You go by what people like Umar Johnson, government, and media. They tell you all these things about you and you believe it. And you turn that information to your reality. And that's why you're stuck in this mindset of thinking you're oppressed and you're this. You see what I mean? It works. It's a mind control and it really works. It doesn't work on me. It doesn't work on me at all. But for some people, it does. Sadly, it really does. You're not oppressed. You don't come from slavery. Slavery never really happened. It didn't. It didn't happen. I don't believe wooden boats came from Africa. Sailing in the middle of the night, dark, pitch black, and these people know exactly where they were going with all these people packed as sardines on a wooden boat. If that's the case, where are the boats? Where are these wooden boats? Show me the boats. You know why they can't show me it or show us these boats? Because it never existed. Slavery is a mind control. There are people already here on this land. They were dark skinned. I believe that with all my heart. I don't believe millions of people were shipped on wooden boats across the Atlantic Ocean and they all survived in this treacherous water, the ocean, storms. I mean, crazy waves. They were able to bypass all that on wooden boats. No technology, nothing. They just knew where to go, all of them, and came here safely. Get the hell out of here, dude. It's a mind control. Only dumb people believe this stuff. Only dumb people believe slavery existed. It did not exist. It's to keep you in this mindset of you thinking you are oppressed and you are always going to be in this low state. And that's exactly where they need you to be at all times. They have to make sure you think you are beneath them. That is really disgusting. And that is a pathetic way to think. But you wouldn't know any better because why? You don't do your own research. You only go by what Umar Johnson tells you. You only go by what the government tells you, what media tells you, and that's all you have. They're the ones that think for you. You have your own brain. You can do the same research as them, and I bet you'll find a lot of information that was never given to you for a reason, because it will actually keep you in, the opposite, basically. It will make you become a better person. It'll basically put them out of business, right? Because like I said before, being ignorant is a big business. Big, booming business. By you being the opposite, it actually will put them out of business, because now you don't need their assistance anymore. You don't need them to think for you, right? You don't need anything from these people. You don't need their products or services. They're just gone. You are your own person. You found solutions that were never given to you. These solutions or options may be less money, less lethal, less toxic, but it benefits you in the long run. It doesn't benefit the system. The system has to always think for you. By that, they can sell you whatever service, whatever product, and you'll take it because you believe that they know more than you. They're some kind of authority over you, and they're not. It's just mind games, man. Get out of it. I'm telling you, get out of this whole race war stuff. Stop with the Umar Johnson. I think Umar Johnson is an agent, if you're telling me. I think he's an agent to keep black people in a low state, and it works because he's getting money out of you every time he comes up on here. Something's broken, or he needs this, he needs that, and he's you to cash app him more money. Never reports the money. You don't know where the money's going. It goes in his pocket. He probably has white women, like girls with him. He probably dates a white woman without you even knowing. Who knows? You don't know. You don't know what he does with your money. Nothing. Just like Black Lives Matter. You don't know what they did with the money. And we all found out that they bought mansions with that money that you donated. Johnson is no different. That dude is taking your money and not telling you where it's going. That's just fact. How much money has he raised? You don't even know. Nobody knows but Umar. He probably doesn't know himself. But anyway. Off topic. I'll stop right here with it. Much love to you. Be sure to follow us on social media. My wife and I on Instagram. I believe Facebook as well. I'm not sure, but link is down below in this box. And just keep in touch with me for more information. And I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks for watching this one. Peace out.